Chip maker Intel is to appeal after being fined a record €1 billion by the European Commission for anti-competitive practices. The Commission found that Intel had paid manufacturers and a retailer to favour its chips over those of a rival, cheating millions of European consumers by keeping competitors out of the market. But the company, whose profits this year would be wiped out by the fine, rejects the accusation. Here's our technology correspondent, Benjamin Cohen.
We are Intel, sponsors of tomorrow.
The Commission has ordered Intel to cease the illegal practices immediately, to the extent that they are still ongoing, and to refrain from these and any equivalent practices in the future. And for this abusive behavior, the Commission has fined Intel for €1,060 million.
It's the largest ever fine by the European Commission, the culmination of a 9-year investigation into Intel. The allegation is that the processing chip supplier wanted to squeeze its competitor AMD out of the market. It did this by offering its customers, the big computer manufacturers, such as Hewlett-Packard and Dell, secret rebates if they signed up to more or less exclusively use Intel chips. So the far smaller but growing AMD was not able to compete.
Intel will be reined in, the illegal practices will have to stop, and that means more choice, more competition in the marketplace.
This is what it's all been about. The processing unit is effectively your computer's brain. Your PC just won't work without it. And through the rebate process, Intel has secured over 3/4 of the market. Today's €1 billion fine represents just over 4% of Intel's annual turnover. But the company's profits are nosediving, so much so that this fine could wipe out all of this year's profits to date. Even though Intel will appeal the decision, they still have to pay the full fine, just under £1 billion, within 3 months.
We are dismayed that at a time of such acute economic turmoil, the competition authorities have seen fit to intervene in what is, by all objective measures, an innovative, dynamic, and competitive market.
It's expected that Intel will also face a fine in the US, and it's anticipated that AMD will begin a private lawsuit seeking damages. It's unclear if the judgment will lead to cheaper computers, although the Commission thinks prices will fall. And what happens to the €1 billion fine? It goes to central EU funds and will eventually be given back to member states. But don't expect a tax rebate anytime soon.
Benjamin Cohen. After the break, a star of 1970s film and television lays bare her emotional battle with cancer. And residents in Pakistan's Swat Valley plead to be rescued as Britain offers